Hi. I was asked to do a favorite kitchen things thing, so I am going to show you guys my favorite things in the kitchen. Yeah, things that I use all the time. One of the biggest things that I use in the kitchen is, excuse that mess in the background. My husband just got back from debt and we haven't put everything away, and I'm doing laundry. So, this is a Lodge Dutch oven. What is the brand that's really expensive? I don't know. My husband and I were in Bed Bath & Beyond yesterday, and we saw 6-quart-ish Dutch ovens by, I'll put the name of it right here because I can't think of what it's called. We saw those Dutch ovens for like $300, $350. This Lodge oven, I think they're selling them on Amazon for $80 for the 6-quart, and they had purple. However, I was at the Next, which is the Navy Exchange, which is like a JCPenney type situation connected to usually a grocery store type situation on Navy bases. So, may not be accessible to a lot of the general public, but it's tax-free and blah 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 blah. Usually they don't really have very good deals in my opinion. I think that they include the tax in their sell price because it ends up being expensive. But I found this Lodge 6 or 7-quart, I don't know, 6-quart Dutch oven for $49.99, which is an incredible deal because Lodge is really, really good. I like their iron cookware, their enameled cookware. For those of you who don't know, a Dutch oven is, it's iron, but it's got an enamel coating, and you can put this on the stove top and then right into the oven. So I like stovetop to oven things because a lot of the times recipes call for that. Stewing chicken, I like to braise my chicken, I like to make chilies and stews, and I use my Dutch oven all the time. It's heavy. Be careful because some Dutch ovens will come with a lid that makes it so that you can only put it in like a 400-degree oven. I think some of the Lodge, the older Lodge ones, I think they've redone the knob because a lot of people were they threw a fit that you couldn't put it in a 500-degree oven. I've never put anything in a 500-degree oven. The highest I've gone is 450, and that's for like a quick roast for tomatoes or potatoes. Anyhow, my Dutch oven, that's my one of my number one favorite things. Also, okay, another thing, let's just throw it into a product that I love, is this. I know, weird, right? I'm kind of obsessed with smells, and this is my absolute favorite smelling New Zealand, I don't know what. Dawn has always been a favorite of mine. It just works well, and every time I've tried to go to something else, I just always come back to Dawn. But this scent is the most amazing scent I've ever smelled, and it is the New Zealand Dawn whatever. And I put this in my cute little pump. I have a cute little pump that I keep on the countertop, and it just goes and it squeezes out. And I think it's by OXO, which I find a lot of my favorite products are by these people. I have a garlic crusher that I like from them. I have a freaking dough cutter, lifter upper, scraper thing from them. It's got a sharp edge, so it makes it easy to get the dough off the counter. I really like my cutter. Though I do like the Farberware. My OXO, what is this thing? Whatever this is called, my OXO one was not so good, but I do like the Farber. It's got a nice cushy handle, but that's not one of my favorites. We're jumping away from my favorites right now. But OXO tends to be my favorite of a lot of things. Then, this is my favorite, probably because it's cute. I have this little elephant that I use to put my rings on when I'm starting to put dough and such, when I'm gonna put my hands in dough or food or meatloaf, anything I mix with my hands. I take off my rings and I put them on my little elephant, and he's a nice, solid, sturdy, not flimsy. I think he was like $7, but he's super cute and he hangs out with me on my counter, and I'm looking at him in the thing, and that's annoying because I hate when people don't look at the camera. I like my elephant. Okay, then, one of my favorite other things is my Pyrex. You can put this in the oven, you can put this in the freezer, you can put it in the microwave, you can put it every which way. However, once upon a time, back in 2010, I bought a Pyrex set, and it was from JCPenney, and it was kind of expensive, and the lids are amazing. Then, I needed more Pyrex, and I think we found some Pyrex in Walmart, and it came with different lids, and as you microwave these lids, they become a little warped and strange, and I don't know if it was because I'm making a video, guys. I don't know if it's because I got the Pyrex from JCPenney or if they just changed their quality, but the Pyrex lids that I got that were kind of more expensive, I don't know if it's the exact same freaking thing. It looks like the exact same thing, or if Pyrex just eased up on the quality of their lids, but the lids in the older days, I don't know whether it's from JCPenney or whether it's because it's from 2010, or if this is because it's from Walmart. Look how it's warped. The lids from my older Pyrex do not do that, and I don't know what has happened to Pyrex, but I love Pyrex nonetheless. I never do put it in the oven because I have ramekins, but one thing that I do use Pyrex for quite often is this is a white pasta sauce with bacon, some kind of crazy creation. I made a large, what is the word? Supply? I made a lot of the sauce, and I needed to put it in the freezer so that it kept. And what I do is I'll put saran wrap over the sauce and then foil, and then I'll put a lid on. I don't know that it's all that necessary to add all that extra stuff when you put a sauce in the freezer, but it helps prevent freezer burn, in my opinion, and it keeps in the freezer quite a bit longer. Like this pasta sauce is like been in the freezer for 3 weeks and there's nothing wrong with it. So I put saran wrap and then foil, and then I smash the lid over the top of that, and then I keep little serving sizes of pasta sauce or meals in my freezer. I love Pyrex. Another thing that I love is by OXO, and it is my silicone spatulas. I've got 2 sizes. Well, I usually only use this large one when I'm flipping a huge thing of shredded hash browns and then pancakes. Otherwise, this is very hard to maneuver, right? You can't pick up an egg delicately so much as you can with this. However, I do love both of these. And if you see right here, it's written, it says heat resistant to 600 degrees. It's silicone. But you can buy plastic spatulas that melt. These don't melt. You can buy metal ones that'll scratch your nonstick if you have nonstick pans. I know, nonstick pans are bad, whatever. But these are malleable enough, and they bend just enough, and they're stiff enough that you can get under the egg and flip it without breaking the egg. It bends just enough, it's just stiff enough that it won't, you know, I freaking love these spatulas. I'm always using the spatula. I have like 9,000 spatulas, and this is the spatula I use all the time. Another favorite thing is my Bath & Body Works. You've seen this on my Vine. Well, 2 things to include in this. This is a foam pump. Like there's little things that I splurge on and some things that I go really cheap on. I'm usually very cheap. Frugal. I'm very frugal. But there are some things that I like to splurge on, and it is the hand soap from Bath & Body Works. It is the Lemon Kitchen scent. And this is a cute little thing that I bought. I bought it because I liked it. So there's that. Kitchen lemon kitchen. I don't know, I peeled the sticker off and stuck it in that little silver thing, but whatever that's called from Bath & Body Works is my favorite kitchen soap. I used to just use the dish soap, but I don't anymore. I use whatever. So then I'm very excited about this because I don't know where my other one went. I would really like to spend $80 on one of those beautiful wood cutting boards, but then I would feel weird using meat on it. I would use it strictly just for produce, and it's very heavy and cumbersome. I don't really have a place for it. So while I await my large kitchen in, God willing, a beautiful kitchen one day instead of a tiny little apartment, I have, guess it, no, this is not a sponsored video. I've never done a sponsored video. I don't like being sponsored. I don't like being sponsored. I don't like sponsoring people. The OXO Good Grips cutting board. Now, I've got this other cutting board that's green, and it kind of slides around my countertop because it's plastic and my countertop is plastic, laminate or whatever. But I like my Good Grips OXO. And I had one a while back, but I don't know what happened to it after I moved. I couldn't find it, but I just saw it in Bath & Body Works when I was there yesterday, and I repurchased it, and I'm very happy because it has these rubber, what are these called? Edges on the sides, so when I lay it on my countertop, it stays still. So I can cut and just go to town, and it doesn't slide everywhere. And that is why I love my OXO. And I think it was actually on America's Test Kitchen, my favorite show in the entire world. I believe they had a wooden cutting board won out all of the competition, of course, because they're beautiful. But if the second place option, or the cheaper, more inexpensive option, was, I think it was an OXO Good Grips cutting board like this. And they dropped it and washed it and sliced on it and did abuse tests, and it was just, woo-woo! Okay. Last but not least, I'll make this video short. I should make a things I use the most video, like cheesecloth and parchment paper and foil. Sometimes the military helicopters come all the way out here and they're loud. Last but not least, I love my pasta maker. They are floury. You're not supposed to submerge this in water. I just kind of dust it off with the brush that was given to me, but it attaches to my KitchenAid. My husband absolutely splurged, and he went to Williams-Sonoma and bought the 7-quart commercial grade KitchenAid mixer, and he spoiled me. I'm so lucky. This is what I wanted. He feels bad because he benefits from the gifts that he gives me, but I want these, I want these, I want these. So I tell him never to feel bad for buying me kitchen things because that's what I love. Anyway, more so than I use the actual mixing feature on the KitchenAid stand mixer, I use the little, the attachment to put my little pasta makers. There's a third one in the drawer, but I didn't feel it was necessary to pull it out also because it looks like these. Now, if you've never made homemade pasta, it is 9 million times better than box pasta. And on the go, on a quick little, oh my gosh, I'll use the box pasta, I'm going to use it all up. I haven't found a way to store it. Like, box pasta stores a lot longer, but it's also disgusting. And I think that's kind of a trade-off, but making fresh pasta is one of the most yummy, delicious things I've ever tried to do, and I'm so glad that I started doing it, and it's very easy with this. I watched a couple YouTube videos, and there is a countertop one that I actually sent my mom. When I was in Bed Bath & Beyond yesterday, I sent my mom a photo because she wants to make her own pasta, but she doesn't have a stand mixer, and I was like, Mom, they sell the ones that you hand crank at Bed Bath & Beyond. So I took a picture of it, and then she sent me a picture back because she had gone that day to go get one. So she bought herself a little hand crank pasta maker. So it's not necessary to get a whole stand mixer just for these because they sell this separately for like $34, I think. But then if you sign up for Bed Bath & Beyond coupons, you get a 20% off coupon like once a month. And I think she got 20% off the $34 thingy or whatever. Anyhow, it's a great investment. And really, there's a couple ways you can make different noodles. An egg noodle is the most popular. It's really just egg, flour, and maybe some olive oil. Semolina flour. I'll show you what that is. This is the flour I use to make pasta noodles. It is a more fine, I think 00 or something. How do they determine what this is? I don't know. But it's, I read, the most authentic to use. People in Italy use semolina flour for their pasta. Is what I guess happens. I just saw a couple more of my favorites. Let me just share with you guys what I like. I like my mug tree that I got from Bed Bath & Beyond, and I keep my mugs right next to the coffee pot because I don't have a lot of cabinet space because I'm in a very small apartment. So to find this tree, because I have an obsession with collecting mugs, look at how pretty that is, okay? I bought a mug tree, and I've also calmed down on my urges to purchase mugs, but I still buy a lot of mugs. Last but not least, this is my juicer. I love my juicer too, but that's not a must-have. I juice and then I'll save the pulp for soups or freeze the pulp for smoothies, etc., etc., but I do like a good juice, and I've lost a good bit of weight just from starting to juice. Anyhow, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about my, what is this called? Drying mat. I had a rack, but the rack took up way too much space. I would have to put something beneath the rack anyway in order for the counter not to be sopping wet full of water. And I have this mat that I got from I don't know where. What is this? Dish drying mat. I don't know. It's kind of thick and cushiony. You wash it and you don't leave it on the counter forever because then it grows mildew because it smells, right? But after the dishes are dry, I put it up and I clean the mat. I think people can throw it in the dishwasher, but I just wash it and hang it or steam it sometimes. But I love my mat because it doesn't take up a lot of space. I set it on top of the microwave because it's thin enough you can't really notice, and I'm all about conserving space because I don't have a lot of space in my kitchen. There's my beautiful stand mixer. And, oh, that's another one of my favorites. This fruit and vegetable wash from Trader Joe's. I wash my vegetables with this, my fruit with this. It's made of passion fruit or something. I don't really know. Non-toxic concentrated. This is what it's made of. And I love it. It works so well. But that's what I wash my stuff with. Also, if you don't know what this is a stainless steel bar to get the smell of onion and garlic off of your hands. I wash my hands with soap and then I rub this all over my hands and it gets rid of the smell. And look at this handy thing. Remember this? This was my barracks room. That's from IKEA. Wow. I have a lot of favorites, I've noticed, and I need to go put my laundry in the dryer. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this episode of being in the kitchen with me, okay? Okay, guys? Okay, guys? I should make pasta. There's so many good pasta videos, though. You don't really need to watch me make pasta. Look at all my favorite recipes I've stuck to the side of my fridge. Those are my... Okay. I don't have my watch on. I'm gonna go, okay? I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. So, I forgot to include my trusty kitchen timer. I use it for everything. I was gonna set it just now so that I knew when my laundry was gonna be finished. And I realized how often I use my kitchen timer. My stove does not come with one, so I love it.